Hey, this is Paulie from Kiss 106.7 in Rochester, New York, and you're listening to the Hoppy and Super Rich Show.
Okay, welcome back to the Hoppy and Super Rich Show with Risky here on the EdgeOnAir.com. Before we get back into some stories, don't forget to check out Edge Artists. You can go to the EdgeOnAir.com/EdgeArtists to find that. It's also found under the Edge Artists tab on the homepage. You can find out more about your favorite artists heard here on the Edge. So if you like some of the songs that we played during our breaks anytime throughout this show, you can always check them out, learn more about them. That's the EdgeOnAir.com/EdgeArtists. And now getting back into another story. Transient gets 15 years for beating man in dispute over a pork chop.
Yeah. So what's going on with that? I mean, it's
Unbelievable.
crazy. It's like, it's weird to think there's crazy people out there like that. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like,
it's
you get mad over a pork chop. It's not even the best type of meat. It's not steak. It's not
right.
a
It's
pork
not
chop,
steak
you
or
weirdo.
chicken or even beef. It's pork chop. I mean, I don't even like pork chops.
All right. So what does it say?
So, the transient man accused of savagely beating another man during a dispute over pork chops will spend the next 15 years in the Montana State Prison. So, this is in Montana. Justin Dwayne King was sentenced Wednesday by Missoula County District Judge Ed McLean for felony assault with a weapon. Prosecutor Patricia Bauer told the court this defendant beat the victim to a bloody pulp, apparently for stealing King's cut of meat in a transient camp last October. That's ridiculous. According to the offendant, the attack occurred when King became enraged after discussing the missing pork chop with the victim. A witness told police King struck the victim at least 20 times with a rod and punched the witness in the face when she attempted to intervene. The victim fell to the ground after the first couple of blows and laid there while King continued to when he continued to beat him, yelling, "It's the principal!"
I can just imagine that. It's the principal. It's the principal.
It's the principal of the day. That's my pork chop. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Can you imagine that? If that just happened here, like I'm making a TV dinner. It's the principal. Give me back that TV dinner. If you know it's mine. What the hell's wrong with you?
Yeah, if I just stole your pork chop, lean cuisine or something.
It's the principal. I want it, not you. I'm more hungry. You're weird. I'm not. It's the principal. Shut up.
During Wednesday's hearing, Bauer also referred to a pending Missoula municipal court case in which King allegedly lifted his own dog to his shoulders and threw the canine to the ground. That's kind of scary.
I just don't get people who beat up animals. Like, they can't talk. They can't defend themselves. Like, I will never get people who beat up animals. Like, how do you do that?
It's just awful to think about. It's almost worse than beating up humans. It really is. She asked the judge for 10 years in the Montana State Prison with 5 years suspended. King's attorney, Colin Stevens, asked McLean for a significantly more lenient sentence of 10 years with the Department of Corrections. Blah, 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 blah. Not much left to this, but, this person's obviously crazy.
Can you imagine if this just happened? We're in the grocery shop. That's my pork chop. Give me it back. It's like, you're fighting over a pork chop. It's not some delicacy unless you make it really good. It's a pork chop.
Yeah, I mean, maybe there's some secret family recipe there we should be eating. I don't know. Among other behaviors, he apparently exhibited in the local jail. McLean said King swore at guards, threw his juice, urinated on walls, and acted violently towards other inmates. So this guy, is just kind of crazy. He's definitely going to be in longer than he should be. He's just sort of a crazy guy that likes to do crazy things.
Oh, yeah, this might be the last straw, honestly.
It definitely could be. There's a couple more stories here. A Bridgeport, Connecticut man allegedly assaulted his ex-wife over a beer. So we have assaults over pork chops, and we have assaults over beer.
And that's like a very average meal. Beer and a pork chop? Like, it's like a redneck meal while watching NASCAR. What the hell?
Come on, Jeff Gordon.
Pass me the pork chop.
Right. So this is from Bridgeport, Connecticut. A man was arrested Tuesday after he allegedly assaulted his ex-wife over a few bottles of beer. Police officers responded to the scene of a domestic dispute Tuesday located on Park Avenue, where a victim was struck by her ex-husband, according to a press release from the Bridgeport Police Department. The suspect, identified as Melvin Gonzalez, he's 49 years old, came home from work and asked for his bottles of beer, according to the victim. The victim told Gonzalez she had drank it all. She later told cops she discarded it because Gonzalez got violent when he drank. The two began to argue, and Gonzalez struck the victim in the face and left the house. Police arrested him a short distance away. He was charged with third-degree assault and disorderly conduct. Bond set at $2,000 or at $2,500.
That's ridiculous.
That's that. Yeah. One more story for you to share before we do our little closing remarks and talk about what we've learned and maybe some more baseball news possibly.
Oh, yeah, we do. We had the update on what the Cubs got in return in the trade.
Okay. You can tell us now, actually.
All right,
Yeah.
they got
What's going on?
Switch-hitting Class A catcher Victor Caratini.
What's your take?
Well,
Never heard of him.
He was just ranked as the Braves' number 7 prospect.
Not bad.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely helps their catching depth. I'm not sure that a Class A catcher is worth those two guys.
Yeah.
I mean, unless there's another pitcher that's being involved that hasn't been reported.
Or unless Theo sees a thing in there with
right,
him.
you never know what Theo sees.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, a lot of times he sees things that nobody else sees and then sort of can bring them to life.
And then the Cubs win a World Series. Yay.
2016. That's the year. Keep it in your brain, Ryan.
Maybe 2017. Just because
Maybe 2024. Why not?
Well, 2016, their top prospects, that'll probably be their down year in the sophomore year, a little down from their big years next year, and then they'll take the Rizzo jump in year 3, and then they'll be in business.
I could see it happening. I would be a very, very happy Cub fan.
Wouldn't we all?
Yes. All the millions of us that are dying daily without having a World Series win.
Right.
Like my grandpa and my great-grandfather. Anyway.
Up next is more from the Hoppy and SuperRICH show as I will rant about people who annoy me at my gym. After this. Hang on.
The Hoppy and SuperRICH Show.
This is an official broadcast of Hoppy Radio. For more info, check out hoppyradio.com and hoppysworld.com.